Well, hi there. Warm welcome. You're watching Decoding now, and I'm Meghna Deka. Well, should India's next Prime Minister come from the South? Well, that's the political equation that has suddenly sparked off a national debate after a minister from Chief Minister Vijay's camp has argued that it's time for South India to lead the Delhi Darbar. But is the Prime Minister's post decided by regional identity or by political arithmetic? Well, the North still holds the numbers in the parliament, while of course the 5 southern states contribute nearly 30% of India's GDP. So what really adds up when India picks its prime minister? Is the winning formula based on demography, democracy, economics, or leadership? Well, tonight on Decoding Now, we will be calculating the political calculus. Decode the formula for Delhi Darbar and ask the big question: should the formula for Prime Minister be based by his regional identity or by his ability? And that political argument has now found a sharper voice from Tamil Nadu. Well, TVK MLA Adhav Arjuna is making a direct pitch for the South. He has said that 5 or 6 northern states should not be determining who becomes the Prime Minister. He argues that power cannot remain concentrated with states like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and Gujarat. He further says that someone from Tamil Nadu should become the next Prime Minister in future. His larger political point is clear, that South wants its chunk of what many would say political voice to be heard at the very top of Delhi Darbar. But can regional representation really become a formula for choosing India's Prime Minister? Well, first listen in to what exactly Adhav Arjuna had said, Vijay's minister.
5-6 வட மாநிலங்கள் சேர்ந்தால் ஒரு பிரதம மந்திரியை உருவாக்க முடியும் என்கின்ற நிலை இன்றைய வரையும் இருந்துட்டு இருக்கு. அதை மாற்றப்பட வேண்டும். தென்னிந்தியாவிலிருந்து ஏன் தமிழ்நாட்டிலிருந்து ஒரு பிரதம மந்திரி எதிர்காலத்தில் உருவாக்கப்பட வேண்டும். அதிகாரம் உத்தர பிரதேசுக்கோ பீகாருக்கோ குஜராத்துக்கோ மட்டுமல்ல. நம்மளுடைய குரல் சட்டமன்றத்தில் ஒலித்தது போல ஒரு நாள் பாராளுமன்றத்தில் ஒரு பிரதம மந்திரியாக ஒலிக்க வேண்டும்.
So what really does India's political history tell us about South's presence at the top? Who are India's 2 southern prime ministers? Let's tell you. P.V. Narasimha Rao, who can forget? He hailed from Andhra Pradesh. 1991 to 1996, there was 5 years of his tenure, one of the biggest icons emerging from south of India. Then, of course, there was H.D. Devegowda. He, of course, hails from Karnataka, JDS to be precise. 1996 to 1997, he was in power for about a year. So the bottom line is essentially that only 6 out of the 80 years since India gained independence, only 6 years did we have someone from the South showing the way in Delhi Darbar. So how dominant has North India been in India's prime ministerial history? Let's break it down for you. There have been 9 prime ministers that North India has given. Jawaharlal Nehru, of course, was from Uttar Pradesh. Then you had Lal Bahadur Shastri, who also contested from Uttar Pradesh. Indira Gandhi, again, we are putting them for Uttar Pradesh. And at the bottom, you can see the tenures that they have been enjoying. Then you have the next 3 set that we are breaking down for you. Charan Singh Ji, he's of course, Chaudhary is from Uttar Pradesh. Rajiv Gandhi, of course, has also contested from Uttar Pradesh. That is where the political bearings are coming in from. And of course, there is VP Singh as well. Then you have Chandrasekhar, of course, from Uttar Pradesh in the 1990s. Atal Bihari Vajpayee. He was, of course, born in Gwalior. However, if you remember, Atal Bihari Vajpayee built his political career and parliamentarian career from Uttar Pradesh. That is where he had been contesting. I.K. Gujarat, again, he's someone who was from Punjab. So North India essentially has given India 9 prime ministers in the bar. What about the other regions? Let's remind you about West India. Of course, you have Morarji Desai. He hailed from Gujarat 1977 to 1979. And the incumbent Prime Minister, of course, Narendra Modi, hails from Gujarat as well. So this is essentially from 2014 onwards. So 12 years has already happened. But interestingly, we showed you the north, south, the north and the west, East India, Northeast India. No representation so far when it comes to India's Prime Minister. Isn't that interesting? So how does India's population map? Where does the population of India live? North India, for example. 36 to about 38% of India is living in the north. This is the entire populous belt of north, especially this one, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar. These are the areas which have high population concentrations and close to 40%. 36 to 38% of the population of India is living in the northern states. When it comes to the southern states, 19 to 20% of the population is there in South India. This is the 5 states that we are talking about. East India has 23 to 24% of India's population concentrated in this. And then when it comes to West India, it is about 17 to 18% population. However, as I was telling you earlier, they have contributed with 2 prime ministers so far in India's 80-year history. The Northeast India so far has had no representation when it comes to the prime ministerial post. And since there is scarcity of population here, it's only got about 3 to 4% of India's population living in the northeast of India. So hence these questions keep arising. Who should dominate the political map of India? As I was telling you, it very clearly is a hegemony of the Hindi heartland. But why? Why does Uttar Pradesh hold such a dominant place in India's political calculus? We are going to break it down for you in the numbers so that you'll be able to understand just why Uttar Pradesh is often seen as the bellwether. Now we are going to tell you about this, the UP dominance. 80 out of 543 Lok Sabha seats are in the state of Uttar Pradesh itself. Which is why many say whoever gets to rule Uttar Pradesh has a good swing at holding governance, at holding the key to Delhi Darbar as well. Also, the North India Bank, but specifically the UP bloc, has the biggest number of seats in the Rajya Sabha as well. So essentially, 31 out of 245 MPs in the Rajya Sabha are coming in from the state of Uttar Pradesh. Look at the huge amount of population, because higher the population, of course, means more the representation, which is why the population is the staggering number. 19.98 crore people are living in the state of Uttar Pradesh alone. So close to 20 crore people being represented by a lot of MPs and MLAs as well. So this becomes, Uttar Pradesh becomes the gateway to Delhi as well. UP is seen as a bellwether for India. It is believed that whoever gets to rule in Uttar Pradesh gets to rule in Delhi as well. But the question is, how powerful is South India's economic engine? Should it, of course, be a North Indian dominance? Because let's not forget, it's not only population. There are several other indicators as well when it comes to a nation. Look at the numbers of what really gives South India the edge. North may have the numbers, South has the economic prowess. About 30% of India's GDP is coming from South, even though only about 20% of India lives in the South. 30% of our GDP itself, this is the year 2023 to 24, is coming in from the South. Let's look at the combined GSDP of the 5 states is a staggering 112.5 lakh crore rupees. This is the combined GDP of all the 5 states, the 5 southern states, which together are also called the economic drivers of India. When it comes to exports, $145 billion worth of exports are happening from south of India alone. About 100 lakh crore rupees combined economic output is coming in from the south. Look at the manufacturing hubs, the automobile hub, the electronic hub, the pharma hub, the aerospace hub, the textiles, the engineering, all of that is concentrated in the south, which is why South India holds the economic key, if not the population dividend. But let's take a look at where South India stands when it comes to key human development indicators as well. And that's very, very significant as a nation going forward. Because after all, look at the literacy rates. The literacy is the highest in south of India, which is 72.6 to 95.3%. Even in the most illiterate of states, it's 72.6, and the highest, of course, is Kerala, 95.3% of literacy. Maternal mortality, 30 to 68 per lakh lives. This is one of the best data which is coming in from the south. It also has one of the best possible infant mortality rates, which is 5 to 19 per 1,000 live births. Fertility control, it's also leading the way, and that is very important in the larger delimitation. The way they have managed to control population, the population control rate has been so good, the fertility control rate has been so good that it's been 1.3 to 1.5 children per woman, which is why they say don't penalize us for successfully implementing national schemes. But why does representation matter? Why this huge fight over representation? Who gets to become the next prime minister? Many would say prime minister belongs to all. But let me break it down for you why representation counts, especially in a federal democracy. Because representation means federal balance. Balancing national power with state interests is very critical for any state. Also, political representation. You get a voice in the highest table. You ensure that every region has a meaningful voice. When you have more and more MPs going to the parliament, they are going to be raising issues of you, your state, in the parliament and devising policies accordingly. There is, of course, the demographic fairness. Many have said that population control shouldn't cost representation, especially the southern states are saying, just because we've managed to control our population, North has failed in doing that, it shouldn't cost us representation. Then you have malapportionment, which is unequal representation due to population size, which is one of the biggest debates around the entire delimitation exercise as well. Then, of course, policy making. That is the obvious outcome of it. More the number of MLAs you have, more the number of MPs you have, the more number of cabinet ministers that you have from your state itself, it ensures, well, let's say, greater budgets, greater policies representing you and ensuring that your interests, for example, in South, then it will be the southern interests which are going to be reflected in the national policy. Executive representation, that's also very important. Securing regional diversity in union cabinet is always something which should be aspired towards when it comes to a federal democracy such as India. So let's go across to our panelists. Joining us today on the show, we have Narayan Tirupati, Chief Spokesperson of Tamil Nadu BJP. Also, S. Muralidharan is joining us, a political analyst. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us. Mr. Muralidharan, I'm going to start with you first. Many would say the Prime Minister of India represents India. He is bipartisan. He doesn't have one sole identity. He works for every person in India. Why should it matter which region he comes from?
Yeah, but I think you answered most of the questions there on the your screen, saying that South is smarter, South is more hardworking, South has better indices in terms of right from infant mortality to even to education, etc. So why not? A smart state or a smart set of people can give a better governance to the whole of India. India being ruled from the north always, and those North Indian states have not prospered as they should have, just like the South Indian states. So why not change the yardstick and bring a South Indian Prime Minister and see how it works, and will he be able to change even North India in par with South India? That's for a better India.
But Mr. Muralidharan, if 40% of India is living in North India, why shouldn't they have more representation? And it's not like South India hasn't had its own prime ministers.
Yeah, so it's good. You can have representation. You need representation. Yes, you need to uplift those people. Nothing wrong in it. But we have been living by standards set by you on population control, on the growth and education, etc. So why should we get penalized for that? So we can't be just working hard, double as we can, so that you prosper. No. It should be give and take. Let the Prime Minister be from south of India, and we will take care of you better than your North Indian friends have done so far. That's what.
Would you agree, Narayan Tirupati, because your party has given us a Prime Minister from the west of India, of course have had some from the north as well. But Narayan Tirupati, it's simple. You have people who are saying 20% of population may be in South India, but at the end of it, 30% of the GDP is coming in from the South. Why not give South a bigger voice?
See, India is one. India, for its administrative purposes, has created states.
Agreed.
This is our constitution. This is our constitution. So there is no need to discuss about who comes from south or north or west. That is ridiculous. This argument itself is ridiculous. And number two, for coming back to your argument or whatever presentations you have done, we had Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao from Andhra Pradesh for 5 years. I think we forgot about that. And
No,
Mr.
I didn't mention
Singh.
Mr. Rao.
Yeah.
He's one of the two.
Yes, he was one of the best prime ministers India has ever produced, and because of him, the entire economy has got boosted up. And Mr. Manmohan Singh from Assam, if you think that whoever contests from which place, then
Mr. Narayan Tirupati, I am from Assam myself. I am well aware that Manmohan Singh was on a Rajya Sabha member from Assam, but then he is not someone who's seen as an Assamese Prime Minister. That would have been a misrepresentation if I would have said that, which is why I didn't list Manmohan Singh as an Assamese Prime Minister.
Meghna, that is why I said, if that argument comes, that's what I was saying. If that argument comes, from Northeast also we had. And we have a Prime Minister for 12 years, Mr. Narendra Modi from Gujarat, the west of India. And we had Mr. Deka. The president is from Odisha.
Yes.
Now the president is from Odisha. The vice president is from South India, Tamil Nadu. We had a president from Tamil Nadu itself, Mr. Abdul Kalam. We know, the first Governor General of India is Rajagopalacharya. So we can go on saying so many things. But when it comes to, the economy part, what you have said about the GDP, those things. See, wherever ports are there, wherever sea is there, ports are there. Wherever ports are there, obviously the economic growth will be there. And, it is definitely a very important thing. Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra, everything has got port, including Odisha, Gujarat. All these are coastal areas. So coastal areas, including Maharashtra, will definitely have growth, infrastructure growth. So obviously, whatever you say will be right. So we should not discuss. Mr. Radha Arjuna was absolutely wrong. See, you had played only a part of what Radha Arjuna said. He was comparing our system with the American system. He said that in America, their parliament is fixed, which is totally wrong. In America, there are two things. One, Senate and House of Representatives.
Yes.
The House of Senate is fixed, 2 seats per each state. But whereas the House of Representatives, it changes according to the population. For example, if he wants to compare the system with America, Tamil Nadu will not even get 10 seats because according to the population, the seat changes. So the UP will get more. Now we are not saying of all those things. We are saying there should be a proportionate increase, which is very fair, and that fair delimitation should happen. So these people, I am very sorry to say that they are totally, they lack knowledge in all these things. They don't know anything about what delimitation is, what is the system working in America, and without knowing that Mr. Narendra Modi is from West, and we had a P.V. Narasimha Rao. Today the president is from Odisha, the East, and we have.
Let me take that point across to Mr. Muralidharan. So essentially, Narayan Tirupati is saying BJP has given you a taste of what India should be in the power structures within this governance itself. So what's wrong? You already have people drawn from all parts of India in this.
What caught my attention is when Mr. Narayan Tirupati started saying names. He started with Mr. Narasimha Rao. Then he went on to Mr. Manmohan Singh. And Modi.
There's also H.D. Devegowda, but anyways, from the south.
I was a little shocked. Why is he not mentioning Mr. Modi's name first? Okay, anyway. Okay, now from the south, I'll tell you. And today, who's there to compete with this Mr. Modi? Is it going to be Mr. Rahul Gandhi? No. Is it going to be Mr. Kejriwal? All down and out. Okay, is it going to be some cockroach? No. The only person who is capable and fit to compete with Mr. Modi is Mr. Vijay, because he is the one who promised he is going to eradicate corruption, and he is halfway through. He is eradicating in most.
So it's not because of his regional identity, Mr. Muralidharan. Then you should say that he is capable. It's his ability, not because of his identity.
No, it's because his identity, because of his the origin. Yeah, he's from a southern state. He's smarter because of being in a southern state and a number state or number one state in India, and that gives him everything. And he's going to be the contender. If next 4 years, if he cleans up corruption in Tamil Nadu, I'll tell you, the cockroaches and all the others also will start following Mr. Vijay, because already the southern Gen Z is behind him. Whether it's Tamil Nadu or Kerala, they are behind him. And he's going to have a very good chance. Wait and see. By 2029, you're going to,
So is he the next prime ministerial candidate? Who runs the state?
Yes, yes, he is. I've been saying this from ever since he came to power. If he eradicates corruption in next 4 years in Tamil Nadu, he is going to be the
And
prime
he is going to
ministerial
win across India. Will he win the Hindi heartland, for example, in Uttar Pradesh? What's going to be the performance for him to become the prime minister?
You will see UP, Bihar, and people from Assam start wooing him. Because people of India, the only problem in India,
Meghna.
we have all the freedom. The only problem here is the bureaucracy, the corruption. That
Meghna.
suppresses. There's no two people are equal in this country. No two people.
You are talking
People
about
have
issues.
money,
I was talking about representation. Two very quick, two very different things. We have 30 seconds left. Narayan Tirupati, I'll give you the final word. We have the TVK saying the biggest challenge to Prime Minister Modi in next Lok Sabha is going to be Chief Minister Vijay. Would you agree?
That is his wish. And I say I cannot comment on all those things. Anybody can become Prime Minister of India. This is democracy. Even Muralidharan can become Prime Minister of India. Even Meghna can become Prime Minister of India. Even Narayan can become Prime Minister of India. There is nothing wrong because it is democracy. It is his wish that Mr. Vijay should become. So see, that is not the. We are discussing about an issue where the representation from regions are needed. No, that's what I said. India is one, and it created states according for its administrative purposes. We should not deviate from that position. And the economy, yes, 100% yes. See, you are paying tax because we are exporting. We are making cars from Tamil Nadu,
right.
and a person from UP and Assam, they are buying it. But from UP and Assam, we are getting agricultural products which we don't.
I agree with you that this is India, and once anyone, be it you, me, anyone who becomes the next Prime Minister will work for the entire nation. But there is a reason why India is a federal democracy, which is why we see this hot battle over who gets representation, because there's no way you can undermine the numbers when it comes to the policy, isn't it? Thank you so much, Narayan Tirupati, as well as S. Muralidharan, for joining us on the show here on Decoding Now. We're going to be wrapping up. I'll see you again tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. right here on Times Now.